On a rain-soaked night, Cecilia Cass quietly escapes from the house of a man who has controlled her for years. She moves carefully, knowing that even the smallest mistake could cost her everything. Her boyfriend Adrian is not just dangerous, he's brilliant and obsessed with control. Every step she takes feels like she's being watched, even when no one is there. And what she doesn't realize is that leaving him won't be the end of her nightmare. Cecilia finally finds safety at her sister's place. Trying to rebuild her life piece by piece, she changes her identity, cuts her hair, and tries to breathe again. For the first time in a long while, there's a sense of relief. But it's fragile, like something that could break at any moment. Because trauma doesn't just disappear when you escape. Then suddenly, Adrian is reported dead. The news spreads quickly, and it seems like everything is finally over. Cecilia is left confused, relieved, and suspicious all at once. He even leaves her a massive fortune, as if trying to control her life, even in death. And that's when things start to feel wrong. At first, it's small things that don't make sense. Objects move without explanation, doors open on their own, and strange noises echo through empty spaces. Cecilia tries to ignore it, convincing herself it's just stress or paranoia. But the incidents keep happening, becoming harder to explain, and slowly, fear begins to take over. The house no longer feels safe, even when she's not alone. Everyday objects start to feel threatening, like something unseen is manipulating them. Cecilia becomes hyper-aware of her surroundings, noticing every little detail. The silence feels heavy, like something is hiding inside it. And the question becomes unavoidable. Is she really alone? She tries to explain what's happening to the people around her, but no one fully believes her. To them, Adrian is dead, and everything else sounds impossible. The more she insists, the more she seems unstable. Slowly, she starts losing the trust of those closest to her. And that isolation is exactly what makes things worse. As the situation escalates, things turn violent. What started as small disturbances becomes dangerous and unpredictable. Cecilia is attacked, but there's no one there. Evidence begins to stack against her, making her look like the problem. And now, she's not just scared, she's becoming the suspect. The people who once supported her begin to question everything. Even her sister and friends struggle to understand what's real and what isn't. Cecilia feels completely alone, trapped in a situation no one else can see. The more she tries to prove the truth, the deeper she falls into doubt, and the system starts turning against her. The fear reaches a breaking point when someone dies, and all the evidence points directly at Cecilia. She becomes the center of a terrifying situation she can't control. Now, it's not just about survival, it's about proving her innocence. But how do you fight something that no one can see? And worse, something no one believes exists? As everything collapses around her, Cecilia starts thinking differently. Instead of running, she begins observing. She notices patterns, small clues that reveal something is physically there. Tiny details, movements, sounds, reactions start to form a picture. And for the first time, she begins to understand what she's dealing with. Cecilia realizes Adrian may not be dead at all. Instead, he has found a way to stay hidden, using technology to make himself invisible. This changes everything. The terror she's been experiencing isn't in her head, it's real. And now she knows the truth, but proving it is another battle entirely. Determined to expose him, Cecilia begins setting traps and testing her theory. She uses the environment, watching for reactions and signs of presence. Every move she makes is careful and calculated. She's no longer just a victim. She's fighting back, but Adrian is always one step ahead. One of her boldest attempts happens in a public setting, where she tries to reveal his presence. The tension is overwhelming, because everything could go wrong in seconds. If she fails, she'll look completely insane. And if she's right, then everyone is in danger. It's a risky move with no room for error. Instead of proving her right, the situation backfires, making her look even more unstable. Authorities step in, and she's taken to a psychiatric facility. Her freedom is stripped away, and her voice is dismissed completely. It's the worst possible outcome. And now, she's trapped in a place where no one will believe her. But Cecilia doesn't give up. Even in confinement, she keeps thinking, analyzing, and planning. She refuses to accept the version of reality forced on her. Her determination grows stronger with every moment, and slowly, she begins to turn the situation in her favor. As the truth starts coming together, Cecilia prepares for a final confrontation. She knows she can't just run anymore. This time, she has to expose Adrian completely. It's not just about survival now, it's about ending everything, and she's ready to take the risk. The final showdown is tense, unpredictable, and dangerous. Cecilia uses everything she has learned to outsmart him. Instead of fighting blindly, she manipulates the situation carefully. Every move is strategic, and for the first time, Adrian begins to lose control. Cecilia manages to turn his own technology against him. The same invisibility he used to terrorize her becomes his weakness. The truth is finally revealed in a way no one can deny, and the control he once had starts to collapse. The balance finally shifts. The outcome isn't clean or easy. Cecilia wins, but not without scars. The trauma doesn't disappear overnight, and the damage is real. But she has taken back her power, and for the first time, she is no longer being controlled. In the end, Cecilia walks away not as a victim, but as someone who survived something invisible and terrifying. Her victory isn't loud or perfect, but it's real. She's free, even if the past still lingers, because sometimes the hardest battles aren't seen, they're felt, and surviving them is the real win.